question. Kevin, you and me, we both have been into, we both have been on the Shack podcast before, and you have explained each and every thing about operations, about how business run, about multi-million dollar deals. Kevin, I want to start the question with this. The question number one, uh, based on our interactions before, the question is, what problem were you seeing repeatedly in small and mid-sized businesses that led you to start Ops Sherpa?
Oh yeah. All right. So, uh, Darin, you keep me in check. Don't let me get too far down this rabbit hole. I do that. But this is the exciting stuff. So we were just before joining you today. Darin and I were actually talking about this, and I would say that you're probably going to repeat this a few times today. But the all SMBs have these tipping points, right? And you could probably put a dollar amount on them where you might say it's 10 or 20 or 30 million top line, 50 million top line. But wherever they are, there's these tipping points where you go from sort of founder-led and managed, small team, everybody does everything, to being completely overwhelmed and seeing breakage within an organization, and then having to go through this sort of painful transition into introducing new players into the business, expanding and growing, and it changes the corporate culture. And then there's another level of that hits when you get about twice as large, where now the systems, which you probably picked up at a piece here and a piece there and stitched them together over the years, now they don't work well enough to meet your goals. And so you go through another transition period that is very uncomfortable and unfortunately very expensive. Some of these transitions, I don't have the data on this, but I will get it for you, Shaq, and share it later. But I would argue that some of these transitions relate to businesses failing entirely and closing. I would think the number is unfortunately larger than you might realize. We have been in this space for so long that we've witnessed it, we've been within it, we've helped fix it, we've survived it and gone through it. And what we've kind of landed on is, sure, not only do we understand it and see it objectively and understand how to move beyond it, but one of the big learnings, and this is so important, and this is probably the single most important thing that we'll even say today, is everything that an SMB or any organization does must be done and implemented with intentionality and sustainability. So very, very, very often, small, mid-sized businesses, they tend to, you're so caught up in firefighting and in this reactionary position that you Band-Aid fix problems, right? So it's the kid with the finger in the damn thing, right? You fix this problem, we gotta do this, we'll just kind of do that. And then all of a sudden, you know, this becomes permanent. You sort of forget about it. Well, that's not resolved, and eventually, that's going to be a very big and a very expensive fix. And when you're talking about dozens of these types of scenarios compounding, unfortunately, these things can actually end a business. Which, again, we've seen even with large organizations, this very thing sort of destroy them. So we both agree that there has to be a very, very strong, intentional, sustainable, clear foundation from a staffing standpoint, from a culture standpoint, from a technology standpoint, and of course a customer or client experience standpoint. What Darin and I like to do, what we enjoy doing, is mapping that and then getting our hands dirty and actually creating it. So let me turn it over to Darin. It's a very good question.
Yeah. Absolutely, and I would echo the map part of it. We like to designing and building that blueprint, and we're here operating in this space now as our own business, trying to help folks not just provide that blueprint, or that map, but get more involved if you want us to get more involved in terms of the actual systems design and how we put things together. If using the Sherpa metaphor, that would be providing you the gear, not just showing you the way from a map, all the way up to giving fractional COO, CIO, CTO support if you want us to help guide and provide more leadership along the way. So we have a number of different levels of engagement, but it all starts with the basics, which is looking at a business and helping a business find that map and that blueprint to overcome these obstacles that constantly arise when you're trying to grow.
Yeah, that's it. We'll circle back to that one too. We're going to spend more
absolutely.
time talking about that. That's the methodology for how we help out.